this Juncture Point, we react to Xbox and Bethesda Showcase for June 12, 2022. Did Microsoft deliver? Were there surprises? And were we impressed by Xbox and Bethesda's showing? And what else did we learn about the future of Xbox first-party studios and Game Pass? Let's talk tech. So hi everybody, I'm here with Jay and we're just waiting for the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase to begin. So I think I just want to start this off with by asking Jay what his expectations and hopes are for the showcase. Take it away, Jay.
Sure. So my expectations are through the roof, given where Xbox are at, having lost their goodwill over the last 6 months. I mean, expect them to just to roll everything out. We've got the obvious stuff around Redfall and Starfield. I think that's a given. I expect us to see actual gameplay. Also, for games that are already out, I think with Halo, I'd like to see some sort of DLC for the story and some sort of surprise around the multiplayer. Hopefully, some sort of battle royale, and more specifically, some actual nice cosmetics. Because the stuff in the game is really dull. There's almost no reward for grinding, but the base gameplay is good. And in terms of just surprises, some sort of Banjo-Kazooie remake or something, that would be really cool. Seeing Perfect Dark would be fantastic, but I know they've had some issues with some with the studio, and I just want to see some of the RPGs that they've got under their license as well. Specifically, Avowed, that just looks really cool, and I want them to really fill that space that Sony's left for them. And I'm expecting them, given that they've got an hour and a half, just to blow our socks off. Gameplay.
I think from my end, I think really just some surprises really more than anything else. We know Starfield and Redfall kind of delayed, but I'm not entirely surprised. I didn't really care about, I think, Redfall as well. I'm not even sure what the excitement was. We didn't really see anything. I think it's just because it's an arcane game, everybody kind of flipped their lid.
Exactly.
Yeah, Avowed I'd really like to see. I think, if there's anything that stands a chance of coming out and filling any kind of, gap that Microsoft may have kind of created for themselves, it's probably Avowed. But they've got such a large number of studios. You kind of just want to see what they're up to.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just snippets of information. I'm anticipating we're going to see a lot of things in 2023 now. But you know what? People are going to have to wait. But equally, they've got to basically give back to their community. I mean, there's a lot of goodwill that's somewhat evaporated, right? And it's up to them to kind of like get people excited again. How they do it, I don't know. But I mean, let's put it this way: if 2023 is a bit of a dud year for them, yeah, I mean, what happens then? Then is Game Pass even worth talking about? You know what I mean?
So they're in an interesting space where all the games are going to pile up into 2023. So what they should have had this year, and they're planning logically for next year. How's that all going to fit into the year? That's an interesting thing. So I'm really curious to see what they say about release dates. Are they going to keep it vague? Are they going to put some hard dates, given that they flopped on those last year? That's really interesting to see.
Yeah, it will be, and also be interesting to see how Microsoft and Sony's years really stacks up against one another. Because obviously, there's a bit of a narrative saying that Microsoft can't really manage studios.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the numbers will speak for themselves. Maybe the quality, be somewhat of a differentiator depending on what's released. So that that'll be interesting to see. Yeah, but apart from that, I just want to be surprised. Really, is Kojima actually doing something with Microsoft or not? We heard about this whole letter of intent or whatever it was.
Yep.
But what the f does that mean?
The cloud game that they were talking about.
Yeah.
I would love some sort of Killer Instinct game as well. They've got that license.
Yeah. Yeah, but Microsoft don't really do beat 'em ups at the moment.
No.
Street Fighter 6 is coming out on it.
It's multi-platform. That's right.
Yeah, so we might see some sort of reversal there, in terms of more coming back onto the Xbox. But you know, beyond that, there's not much else. And then, and have Sony really kind of like killed beat 'em ups on that platform.
I'd love to see Injustice 3 or Mortal Kombat 12 from WB as
Yeah,
well. That could be
yeah,
multi-platform, but showing here. Yeah.
yeah. And are they going to announce maybe another, purchase? I doubt it because they're still in the midst of this Activision Blizzard, acquisition that's not
Mm.
finished. So I doubt we'll hear anything. So that's probably not really realistic. But maybe we can, we'll see more about this whole Activision Blizzard thing. Are they going to keep their games multi-platform or not?
Yeah.
That's the question, right?
Got
We're
almost
about to start.
25 seconds. I
Yeah.
want to go full screen. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Okay, we're counting down.
Oh, straight into a game. Oh, this is the Arcane game, has to be. Yeah.
Kane
Redfall.
Austin.
Rumor has it something's off at the
Beta.
church. There's blood
This is
in the
Redfall, right?
baptismal
Has to be.
font, and pastor's gone missing.
Yeah.
And my genius plan was to investigate it.
Yeah, it is.
Alone. Of course. Don't stress, Layla. Oh, shit.
Doesn't really look next gen though, does it?
Not really. It has got a death loop, like kind of
Yeah.
feel to it and look to it. Is there a jump scare coming up now? I hope not.
To be honest, I've got to the point now. I prefer fluidity over super high res graphics.
Oh, Lord!
That's not an unreasonable ask. But is it too much that I'll get both?
So what's the difference between this and the other game? Back for Blood, was it? It's quite similar to that, isn't it? No, it's a different studio, but
It's interesting.
Jacob! Oh, thank God.
this one got a bit of a loot-based aspect to it, hasn't it? I think.
You know, Redfall used to look like it was straight out of a postcard. A picturesque island off the coast of Massachusetts. The bustling historic downtown.
Does
the
not
seafront
look next gen
district,
at all, does
and
it?
the old lighthouse.
The textures are quite
Then-
basic.
Say,
Something
yeah,
happened.
it's the thing is, with the most of the showcase
People
videos,
started vanishing,
you
and those who didn't
don't actually
sold
get a good
out,
quality
big
stream.
time.
It's only after they kind of release the
Fast forward,
trailers.
basically everyone's either a vampire, a cultist trying to become a vampire, or dead. And these aren't just trashy movie vampires. These monsters
What a
blocked
monster's
out the
design.
sun and pushed back all the water.
it's interesting.
Totally cut us off from the outside world.
Has a specific look.
Gotta admit though, if I have to be stuck on an island full of vampires, I'm glad it's with y'all.
Feelings mutual, I guess.
Aw, thanks, Jacob. We've also got Remy, our engineer genius.
I don't see
and
anything
her
that
little
makes
robot
it stand
buddy.
out as something unique.
Who's a good robot? Who's the best robot?
And our resident expert on all things creepy.
I prefer the term cryptozoologist, but to each their own.
This is basically
Last but not least,
one of these
yours truly.
four-player-
I have these weird powers.
Oh, there's powers involved. Okay, that's interesting.
We've been digging for answers, but haven't found much beyond blood and death. Luckily, the vampires and their sycophants aren't discreet.
It's definitely
about
character,
where they
isn't
like
it,
to nest.
the game?
I'd bet the answers we need are inside those tourist traps turned fortresses.
spotted some bloodsuckers in their fan club near the festival grounds. Let's start there.
It's got that feeling of it's going to be quite a small game.
It's what is that well-known shooter? Is it? It's not.
He is Back for Blood, yeah.
Yeah, Back for Blood.
just
Yeah,
get this
it's
done.
pretty much that. It
It's
feels
by
like it's that.
Turtle Studio Games, I think they make that.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh shit,
The weapon, the models of the weapons, the look and the weight of them, just visually looks quite good.
Yeah, as a game, it looks pretty interesting. It's just that I'm not necessarily kind of like in awe of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't seem. I wouldn't pay £60 for this, but if it's still on Game Pass,
intuition tells me there's a nest nearby.
Your what?
That's not a thing.
Found something.
Oh, now I simply
okay,
must
this
go
is
in
interesting now.
What is that? Where does it go?
Oh, I like this bit. How quirk? Okay, they've got a quirky side to it as
there.
well.
Some kind of collective consciousness. That's impossible.
Now
Pretty
that's
sure there were levels
interesting.
There's the movie theater.
in Dishonored very
I used to
like
come
this,
here
where
all
it
the
basically
time.
go from.
Why do they have to mess this up for me? Ah, shit.
It'll collapse any second.
Run!
Yeah, I can't remember correctly, but it would go from the our own world to a different kind of alternate, dimensional world, and that kind of reminds me of what Dishonored was
Oh,
doing.
we go. Did you see that? There was there's definitely like a loot-based
Yeah,
aspect to it. Okay. Okay.
would have to have that, wouldn't it? Really?
2023. Okay.
Yeah. But it's coming on Game Pass by lots of things.
I don't Game Pass. Yeah.
Day one, yeah. Makes sense.
This is the sequel to Silk Song, was it? I've got this game on my
I love
Switch
these. I
love
love
this
these indie
games. Yeah.
games.
I've got the.
There's just so many of them.
So this is the sequel to the original game, which I've got on the Switch. I forgot what it's called now. I bought it and played it.
There's just so many of them. You know, you never get it. I never would find the time to play all of them.
I think this might be called Silk Song. Oh. Yeah, Hollow Knight, that was it, yeah. Silk Song, yeah.
Oh,
This is the
is it?
sequel to that, yeah.
It's a sequel to
Oh,
Hollow
it's Game
Knight.
Pass,
Okay.
nice.
Did they say when?
I missed that.
Yeah. Console launch exclusive.
What is this?
Selling humans as drugs. You're the only one that can stop them. You realize we're gonna have to take out the entire alien drug cartel.
Oh, it's out. No, I thought it was out.
Rick versus Morty. Well, the graphics look good, don't they?
Space?
Everybody lives in space, including you. All right, you're a bounty hunter now. You gotta help me rescue my friends. They're Gatlians, just like
Rick
me.
and Morty game, isn't it? Yeah. I've never actually seen the TV series.
Be so tight. How about a little dinner first and some bubble bath maybe?
No, this is
Blasting away.
interesting.
Looks next gen.
Oh yeah, that's one of my children. They die fast. Don't worry, it's easy to make more.
I like the look at this.
Yeah, it looks very good. It looks very unique. It looks quite fluid as well. It's in Game Pass as well.
Hey there, I'm knifey. Dab, stab, yes, more, I need more stabbing.
This is actually quite good.
Yeah.
This definitely looks next gen. Look at the character models.
Everyone fight each other!
Wow. looks like a Pixar movie game, doesn't it?
High on
Online. Oh, so it's based on the Rick and Morty universe, is it?
unsure.
Well, it had that start, so I don't know if it was
Yeah.
October 22.
So it's Game Pass.
Okay, Game Pass.
Yeah.
That's quite good.
Mm.
So that's one release this year.
Welcome to the Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase. Today, we're doing something we've never done before. For the first time ever, our entire show is focused on games you can play over the next 12 months. You're going to see more gameplay than we've ever had in a show.
Thank God for that.
Industry-defining racing
Yep.
experiences, gripping narratives, compelling strategy titles, and my favorite, the most anticipated open-world RPG of the last 20
Sierra
years.
Bond is going to end up running
All
Xbox
playable
at some
in the
point.
year
Yeah,
ahead.
clearly.
You can see it, can't you?
And the best part is, with the Xbox, you'll be able to play those games in
It's
more
good
ways
we
than
need some
ever
more
before.
female leaders
You can play
in the
on your
gaming
console,
space.
PC,
Yeah,
or on the go with Xbox
that's
Cloud
very
Gaming.
true.
You can play with who you want, where you want, and when you want. Today, we're going to show you more than 30 titles that
All
are
this
coming to Game
nonsense
Pass.
exploiting the
And that
games
is on
will-
top of the
will-
hundreds of titles
will
coming
either
to
stop or
members over the
reduce.
next year.
It's always
Yeah,
men making
that's
those
true.
silly
Our next
decisions.
announcement shows that
Yeah.
the benefits of Game Pass go well beyond the console. We are thrilled to be working with an iconic team that has built some of the most played, most watched franchises.
Yeah, we definitely
in the
need a kind of
entire
like a different
world.
bar to
And
rise
now,
to be
all
honest.
Game Pass members will be able to unlock the benefits for these incredible games on PC and mobile.
It's the only showing games out in the
Over
next
a
12
decade,
months.
players have
that right?
created a thriving culture
That's
of
what she
competition
said.
and creativity
Yeah.
around our games.
But it's
From
remember
collect plays with
it's
friends
Q2 to
unforgettable
Q2.
moments in esports.
End
to
of
amazing
Q2
creations
to
that have
Q2.
blown our minds. Our community has
That means
continually
we won't
taken
see
Riot
anything like
games
Avowed or anything
to
like
new
that, will we?
heights.
Or
Today, we're proud to
not
invite
sure,
the
but we're gonna
Xbox
see
community
Starfield, aren't
into
we?
that world. We're bringing our biggest PC and
So,
mobile games
I mean,
to
they
Game Pass.
said
Subscribers will
Starfield
unlock
was coming
every
out
champion on League
second
and
half
Wild
next
Rift,
year.
all Valorant agents, select cards in Legends of Runeterra, and little legends in Teamfight Tactics.
sorry, is,
And that's just the start. Thank you for coming
Is
on this journey
Valorant
with
coming
us,
out on it- on
and
the
welcome
Game
to
Pass
Riot
then?
Games.
I don't know.
I really want to play that game.
Yeah, it is. Look, Game Pass.
Oh my god, if it is, that's amazing.
Home sweet home.
Xbox has got the potential to just. Hold on, Riot Games is not. Xbox don't own Riot Games, do they? They're still.
I don't know. I think they're independent, aren't they?
Yeah. So you got League of Legends.
Yeah, League of Legends.
That's free to play anyway, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's nothing groundbreaking. But if that's coming on Xbox. Wild Rift. Okay, mobile. Because Valorant isn't out on sorry, is this Hearthstone, is it? No, it's not. It's another game, isn't it?
Sure. Teamfight Tactics.
I wonder if Xbox has splashed a lot of cash with third-party studios just to get
Well-
their games on Game Pass. They must have.
Yeah, I mean, if they
Oh my
can't
god, Valorant
get
coming.
any,
This is
yeah,
Valorant. Oh my god, if this is coming to Xbox. This is amazing.
they can't basically get their first party out, then you know the only other option is third party.
This game is meant to be really good. Valorant. It's not out on any consoles yet, so this. I wonder if it's coming exclusively to
Right.
Xbox.
It's a PC game, isn't it? At the
Yeah, it's a
moment?
PC game. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I really wanted that game.
Right, games.
All on Game Pass. That is amazing. To be honest, most of them are free to play anyway, aren't they? Oh,
think so.
Valorant's only PC.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice bit of marketing though.
Free marketing,
They almost
isn't
had you
it?
for a second, yeah.
He's not
The Soul
dead
Bowl
yet.
Studios. What's this? This is Plague Tale. This is meant to be good. The first one's is actually excellent.
Not just in
Oh, is
Hugo's
it?
blood. It concerns
So there's all going to be third-party studios that they're going to show in
and it
this
can
showcase, aren't
change
they?
everything.
Yeah.
Rotten flesh.
I don't think it's not an exclusive, but it sounds like
Remember,
day one
no more
could
killing
be day
soldiers.
one Game Pass.
No more killing us.
This is this is meant to be excellent. If I'm being honest. But
I like the setting.
yeah, I'm just not sure. I'm really that keen on playing a game with lots of kind of rats scurrying around. Not sure it's my thing, but
Graphics here looks pretty good.
yeah. See, this is what we want to see a bit more of.
it worse.
Amicia, don't. I'm tired of being afraid. I'll show them that it's over.
Finally.
See, they're nothing. Nothing to be
It's the kind of game I wouldn't buy, but if it's on Game Pass, I would play.
You are not them.
What is wrong with me? Hugo.
Is this a sequel then, is it?
Yeah,
So
sequel.
Plague's Tale, is it?
Plague Tale.
Yeah. So it's a sequel.
Requiem.
Requiem sequel, okay.
Yeah. So it's coming on Game Pass. Did you say
Cool.
day one?
Yep, day one now. Day one Game Pass.
Alright. So finally some first party games.
Ah, Motorsport. Yes. Wow. That's in game. In game. Wow, that looks better than
Okay.
Gran Turismo already.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're such a strong studio, aren't they? Gran Turismo has got some more controversy about microtransactions again after they've put it back in, some stuff in again.
That's never gonna go away.
They can't
at
help
this rate.
themselves.
No. Do you know what they're doing is they're really kind of A/B testing the market to see what sticks. I can't imagine they're doing it for any other reason.
Yeah. Wow, this looks good. This is all in game.
Yeah.
This
that's good.
looks next gen. Spring 2023. Wow. Yeah.
Okay, that's not too far.
They've dropped the number, haven't they? They've just called it Motorsport. Notice that?
Yeah.
Forza Motorsport is back. I'm Dan Greenwald, GM of Motorsport, and I'm joined by Chris Sasaki, creative director at Turn 10. Forza is known for its photoreal beauty and state-of-the-art immersion. Built from
Seems
the
like
ground
it's
up to showcase the Xbox
later
Series
this year
X
when I'm probably
and
going to
S
have to get
consoles,
Game Pass.
including techniques like real-time race
Yeah.
racing on track.
The games are
This
coming now, looks
is
like
the
it.
most technically advanced racing game ever made.
Today, we're excited to show you the all-new Forza Motorsport.
Wow.
Welcome to Maple Valley. This track has been a fan favorite since the original Motorsport launched back in 2005.
Wow, look at all of the particle effects
For
on
the
on
first
rocks.
time in Forza Motorsport, fully dynamic time of day brings Maple Valley to life in stunning detail.
That was a complaint with Gran Turismo.
What
People
you
who
are
weren't
seeing
got
is
caught up
an
in the hype that
in-engine
said it's
gameplay
actually not really
demo
that next gen.
presented using a single camera with no
No,
cuts.
is it a cross-gen game?
Let's jump in with the M8.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, this looks impressive.
Yeah.
Look at the trees. Look. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a racing wheel for my Xbox now.
We've completely overhauled the driving experience.
Gotta admit though,
This includes a
I still prefer
48
stuff like
improvement in
Horizon.
the fidelity of
I'm
our
kind of gone
physics
off
simulation.
the simulator.
Yeah,
now.
Horizon. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Let's
You know they were
advance
saying with
time
Gran
of day
Turismo,
here
it doesn't
and look at
actually
the
have
world
any
detail.
cars
Yeah.
that came out in the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, Well,
everything you see
they're
is
probably
new
going to slowly
and
drip
has been
feed it
captured
into
with
people,
photogrammetry
but
and 3D material scans.
Wow,
just can't be on.
look at the
Advanced
foliage.
Yeah,
rendering and procedural
that is
generation
impressive.
techniques bring a new level of realism to the
Oh
track.
yes. This game in itself has tipped me over the edge. I have to get it. Wow.
Here you can see the beautiful fall colors of Maple Valley.
This puts Gran Turismo to shame.
Grass, rocks, 3D
It's been
vegetation,
second for a while though,
skies
hasn't
and
it?
clouds.
It's been a long
They
time,
all
yeah.
demonstrate a
Yeah.
generational leap in beauty and detail.
They can put the knife in by
Let's
saying
advance
no
time.
microtransactions. Let's see if they come out with it.
You are looking at our all-new dynamic time of day. This is a fundamental system.
I think
to the
Sony
new
going to
Forza
keep going with the
Motorsport.
microtransactions
And like
no matter
weather,
what happens.
is available on
Yeah.
every track. These new
That's what the game.
simulation
Look
details
at that!
add further
Wow.
depth, drama,
Then-
and dynamics to the racing experience.
This is all in game. Wow! Look at those fireworks.
In addition to our dynamic
Look at the roller
See,
coaster.
that's the
Sport plus
that's the
lighting
problem
and
with
physically based
Gran
lights
Turismo.
come
As slick
together
as it
to
is,
deepen the realism
it's just
and
a bit
immersion
too sterile.
in the world.
Yeah, it is sterile compared
There's
to
no
this.
there's
In the
no
time of day,
fanfare at all, is
also
there really?
No.
ambient temperatures, which
dry.
affect track surface
Yeah.
temperatures. Grip is also
It's just too
affected by
busy
these
being a
track
simulator,
changes,
ultimately.
rubbering in, and of course, weather. Let's head to the pits. We've added features that players have been asking for.
Look at how they're zooming around the whole track. This is
Multiple
mind blowing.
compounds
Look.
and new depth in car building create
This-
the ultimate
Oh
racing
my God.
playset.
They say car building.
Advanced materials
Yeah,
and
look, you can
shaders
zoom into the car
paired with
parts.
ray
Oh
tracing
my God.
bring out incredible
That is amazing.
detail in the gold heat wrap, anodized
This is just
aluminum,
taking a dump
and carbon fiber.
on Gran
And you can
Turismo.
yeah, and you can
Engine
see
bays
the actual
with their
materials.
complex self-reflection is a place where ray tracing really shines.
Oh my God.
Car damage is a racing reality.
Oh, they've got real car damage as well. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Car damage is reproduced down to the individual scratches on the bodywork. You can see here
Wow,
some of the new
this is
details
just
in the
blowing Gran
directionality of
Turismo.
damage, how the paint peels away at exposed and raised edges, in the wheel abrasions,
This
and
is
even in the
fanfare,
dirt
look at
buildup.
that. Look at this.
Using the power of the Xbox Series X and S consoles,
Oh, that
ray
looks
tracing
beautiful.
makes
It's
everything
ray
feel
tracing
more
in the
connected.
game.
Cars
There's only ray
reflecting
tracing
onto
in
other
the
cars.
video replays
Cars
on
reflect in their own mirrors.
on
We
the.
don't know what this is
Brake
though,
rotors
do we?
and wings.
They
look
said
at-
in-game engine.
Things
They
just feel
didn't
more
say
natural.
But look how they're zooming around. Look at
In-game.
this. That's actually this. That's not a cutscene. So
It's a replay.
We believe
It's a replay.
that the
yeah, I
Uh,
suppose so. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so.
So
the
we should
beauty of
just
our
temper
cars
that
and
before,
tracks.
you know, until they actually.
Our new dynamic time of day,
But it's not
advanced
undoubtedly
damage,
beautiful,
and
if you know what I mean.
real-time ray tracing on
Materials
track
work is amazing.
lead to a generational leap in immersion. This is the all-new Forza Motorsport.
It's got me really excited.
Yeah, I just can't get excited by Gran Turismo. All
Yeah.
this. I prefer
The thing is,
just
you
to go back to the days when we had just arcade races. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's this?
Oh, this is the new. Okay, helicopters must be flight simulator with new vehicles. Helicopter, it said.
Oh, is it?
Has to be.
Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it?
I've
I
had
mean-
classic planes.
Yeah. I mean, you know, flight simulator. That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
It's not everybody's cup of tea, but
No, it's
it's
hardcore.
undoubtedly
But
beautiful,
it's,
right?
It's free on Game Pass. You can just get to play it for a bit.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Yeah, I don't know about kind of flying an Airbus. Really excites me, but it's undoubtedly amazing looking. You know.
The kids will love playing this for a bit. Oh, we've got helicopters now. Wow.
Mm.
Nice. I mean, the engineering that's gone in to make this is, you have to applaud it.
Yeah, you do. It's astounding. 40th anniversary edition. What's coming out this year?
Game Pass.
Yeah. Calibration. Okay. Ooh, what's this? Oh, coming to the.
Oh, it's Halo. The ship. What? Oh, nice. I don't know what it's called.
VTOL. Yeah, the VTOL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a nice little ad.
Yeah, but
need to get the actual game right though.
Yeah, why couldn't we get it in Halo properly though?
Yeah. Free add-on available today. Oh, today.
Today. Yeah. So it's part of what? Flight Simulator.
Game after game, I'm liking it so far.
They're doing the right thing, aren't they, really? There's no doubt about that.
She's like, cheers, love, the cavalry's here. You're one of those heroes, aren't you?
Before me, I see the future. Human.
Have you played this game?
You know there's more.
Overwatch.
Yeah, the first one, yeah.
Very briefly.
Even the best
this is one of those games. I don't want to buy it, but if it's on Game Pass, I'll definitely play it.
Is right around the corner.
Yeah.
I am your queen. Let's take him to the wasteland.
I think it's the weird thing about Overwatch 2. It's like, do we really need an Overwatch 2? If you know what I mean? Because it's not doesn't look significantly different versus the first one.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. But it's still Overwatch and people will play it.
Yes.
And
okay. Bring people to Game Pass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get in there.
It's a game that I can see us just jumping on if we got Game Pass, just play for a bit.
Well, if it's
a team-based game, isn't it?
Crossplay. If it's crossplay as well, that'll make it a bit easier.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it'll be crossplay.
Yeah.
No games coming out now will not have crossplay. There's no way.
Yeah. Early access.
Surprise! You'll like this one.
Nearest hero.
Blizzard not to be trusted at the moment, are they?
Yeah.
Has ever made it to the reckoning before.
God, the Activision game set as well. Microsoft got too many games now. I don't have time. When's that meant to go through, the Activision deal? Is it next year?
I think it was next year, or maybe at the end of this year.
And the
Right.
survivor gets the
Until
throne.
then,
Interesting. Until then, they can't really kind of make too many moves, I'm guessing.
well, this is a Blizzard game, so
Never lost. Not in 13
Yeah.
years of rule.
what game is this? This looks interesting.
But this is still, I think this is still Overwatch.
Today.
Is it?
They're just introducing a new character. That's what I understood. Yeah.
No, I think this is a new game.
Did you really think this would be a fair fight?
Oh no, you're right.
No, it's
Yeah.
Overwatch. Yeah, it's Overwatch. October
okay.
4th. Was that early access? That was early access. October.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Mm.
World premiere. Got quite a lot of times to go through.
Yeah.
Turn-based strategy game.
Turn-based.
History is filled with moments of greatness.
Is this Civilization, is it? Must be.
Some well known, some lost to time.
Age of Empires,
but
an
what about the
expansion.
history that could have been?
But I think Age of Empires has already come out on Game Pass. Maybe it's coming out to console as well.
So maybe an expansion. Yeah, no, that's pretty much it.
What new stories would you tell? And when your people speak, would you listen? How would you lead them in this new world?
It's all CGI though, isn't it?
Yeah, not that interesting.
History is filled with moments.
They've shown a lot of actual gameplay, to be fair, so far.
Will be yours.
Haven't they?
It's ironic, isn't it? Because if this is Ara, History Untold.
Okay.
And the only thing they haven't shown gameplay of is a turn-based game.
that said PC as well. Game Pass.
Yeah, it is.
It's good to be here.
Oh, here we go.
Celebrating what's going to be our biggest year yet. That includes a few of the projects being developed across Bethesda's 8 studios, starting with Redfall, and the world's first look at gameplay earlier in the show. Redfall is from the studio that brought us Dishonored and Prey. It's got so much
I like
of
Redfall
Arkane's
just from
DNA
reflection.
coursing
I think
through its
I think
veins.
it's a game that I could get
Compelling
into.
heroes, open world campaigns.
Yeah, I
deep
think I like it because of
Solo or with
what it
friends,
means
we
for,
can't wait for you to play
let's
Redfall
say,
when it
in
releases
terms of
early next
gameplay.
year. If you're looking for something to sink your teeth into
Just
right now, we've got the Elder Scrolls Online.
Not
where you can
super
adventure
kind of
alongside
impressed
one
by
of the biggest and most
how it
welcoming
looks.
communities in
But
gaming.
it's the same thing
This
I
year's
felt about
ZeniMax Online
Deathloop as well.
Studios is taking you somewhere that
As
has
much as
never
a
been
good game
explored in any
as it
Elder Scrolls
was, I
game.
just wasn't
The Elder
infused by
Scrolls
the kind of way it
Online
looked.
High Isle comes to Xbox next week.
But Redfall, is a little bit more my cup of tea. It's a bit more fancy or orientated.
I like the RPG aspect to it as well.
Ooh, what's this? Oh, this is
Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, the embers of dissent glow beneath the pomp.
I've never really played these type of games.
And whispers of a sinister plot stoke the flames of war.
Certainly good, but it's a bit of a time sink.
Is this an expansion or is it a brand new game?
I think it's an expansion.
Yeah.
I think Elder Scrolls Online has been going for a while.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah. It's not a new thing.
The legacy of the Bretons must be protected.
Yeah, okay. That's not Game Pass though, is it? No.
Fallout turns 25 this year.
I guess it's free to
As we
play.
celebrate the legacy of this storied franchise, Bethesda Game Studios
Yeah,
takes
it's
all its
everybody's
76
favourite
players
kind of
out
Fallout.
of Appalachia for the first time and returns to a beloved location. Expeditions the Pit is coming this September.
I've never seen the appeal of the Fallout games. I just don't like the universe. Doesn't really do it for me.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. I mean, if you're into your kind of D&D, then obviously it's not going to really do it. I don't even think Fallout 76 is a very good example of Fallout, if you know what I mean. It's not, it wasn't really.
It's also like
well
BioShock,
received.
that style of kind of.
Yeah, post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, it's not really my
style
thing.
of game. Yeah.
When you're alone and life is making you lonely, let's go downtown. So maybe I'll see you there. We can forget all our
I kind of just don't. I kind of don't care about this. I'll be honest.
Has the game made up for its kind of bugs that came out when it first released?
I don't really know, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
But it's just a continuation of what they already have. Doesn't really speak to anything that's new or impressive, if you know what I mean.
Bethesda Game Studios has been busy, and not just with Fallout 76. After defining the role-playing genre with hits like Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout 3, and Fallout 4, they're going even bigger with Starfield. Later in the show, my good friend Todd Howard will be here to reveal more of their next epic RPG.
Looking forward to seeing the gameplay of Starfield.
Yeah. 'Cause we haven't really seen much yet, but it'd
No.
be good to see. Yeah.
Oh.
What's the Horizon 5? Ooh. Expansion.
Oh, yeah, they've done the. Oh yeah. Oh wow. This is
Oh
good.
wow.
They've done this before, isn't it? It's the Hot
Yeah.
Wheels.
Yeah.
The Hot Wheels game
Why
is meant
not?
to be really good. I'm surprised that they've done the Hot Wheels expansion as well. Look at the graphics; they look amazing.
Just do a Forza, basically F-Zero edition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to be honest, you can see a difference between this and Motorsport as well.
This looks really good.
Because this is still cross-gen, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, but the actual Forza game is stunning on the Xbox.
Yeah.
This fills that void. Have you remember the game Motorstorm on the PS3?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, it's coming in July as well. That soon. That's impressive.
Yeah,
I'm glad about that.
But they've
Can't say
they
more.
basically canned that studio a long time ago. I think it was Drive Club.
That's right.
After Drive Club,
A
yeah.
terrible war that happened across the
What's
sky.
this? Captured in Unreal Engine 5.
Heroes fought and died to give us a chance to start over.
Unreal Engine 5 looks
All that I know from their Earth are the creatures they
very
sent along
powerful.
with us.
What is this? Oh, is this Ark?
And here on Arat, every day is a
No, it
fight
can't
to
be.
There
survive.
can't be. That's an old game. Is it in game? In engine, sorry, in engine.
Yeah.
We can contain this new world. We can.
What is this? Oh my
Wow.
god, is that Vince Diesel?
Yeah, it is. This looks like a Horizon type game, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? But with real dinosaurs.
Oh, it is
Oh,
Ark.
it is Ark. It is Ark. 2023.
Is that an expansion or brand new game? It's an expansion. It must be.
Just says Ark. Interesting.
So that's must be an expansion. They made it look like Horizon, didn't they? In that.
Yeah. What? This year.
When the gods first emerged from the great below, we saw them as saviors.
What's this?
Instead, they unleashed a pestilence on our world. No one yet knows if you can kill a god. I, for one, intend to find out.
What is this?
I'm not sure.
It looks very cross-gen.
Yeah, it does.
I have to say.
Not really for me.
It doesn't even look good cross-gen.
No.
If you know what I mean. What is this?
Very small audience that it's appealing to, I imagine.
It's unusual. Flintlock. The Siege of Dawn. Early 2023.
PC Game Pass and Xbox. Yeah, PC Game Pass. It's PC game only. Here we go. Must be Starfield now.
Is it right? First party.
Oh.
What's that? Mahjong. Oh, Minecraft. A new game. Minecraft 2.
Pretty new. I mean, they've got a massive market to exploit in Minecraft.
Legends hold great power.
Ooh.
They are the dreams we weave.
Oh, that's right. There's
into our shared story. Some legends.
Well, there's like a campaign story they were trying to build. Is that right?
Yeah, I think this is it. It does look kind of wonderful, though. I know, you know.
Some tell of danger.
Many of the kids in my daughter's year at school would like to get into Minecraft now.
And the end of all things. But the legends we hold dearest are legends of hope, of creativity, and of bravery.
When they went to build the engine in with 4K ray tracing and all that sort of stuff.
This looks ray traced.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
This is the legend of a united overworld. United by you.
There you go. Look, that wow, that looks like a step up from what it is now.
So what we were watching before, that wasn't actual in-game footage?
Not sure, but
because when it flipped over to that, there was a distinct difference actually, which is kind of a shame because I really kind of was saying, yeah, I like what I'm seeing
I
here.
thought the gameplay looked better.
I don't know. Have another look at it because there was a kind of quite a jarring difference between the two things.
I want a small screen.
Interesting. Yeah. Have another look at it. I think. Yeah.
No,
I don't know actually.
No, it's not.
You made quite the entrance.
What's this? Stat. Oops.
Titanfall 3.
Yeah. Huh.
You wanted to make a new life for yourself.
Oh, that's interesting looking.
It is a Titanfall vibes though, isn't it?
Yeah. What a great game Titanfall was though. Oh, this is interesting. It's weird, but I'm finding some of the smaller games a little bit more interesting, you know, than some of the bigger titles I should be kind of like wowed by.
Yeah, they can take more of a risk. This thing is
Yeah.
it's more of like
Sure.
you just do stuff for the sake of doing stuff. That's the only thing.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, that's a walking simulator, really. By the looks of things.
I'm sure we can get to the bottom.
The thing is,
like
at
the arcs
our
and
age, I
things.
just don't have enough time to play these sort of games.
That is the problem. Yeah, Lightyear Frontier 2023. There's a lot coming out in
PC.
2023.
Oh, it's Xbox as well.
Yeah. Feels like there's more cross-platform between Xbox and PC this time.
Yes.
What is this?
Gunfire Reborn. This is an indie game or something, is it?
Has to be. I'm not really a big fan of how it looks.
No.
I mean, I know they're going for some sort of cell shaded look, but I'm not a fan of it. Looks fun.
Yep. And again, give it a whirl if it's on Game Pass, right?
Yeah, it's on Game Pass.
Was that snowboarding game called Shredders that's out on Game Pass, which I wanted to try as well? It's already out.
Console launch exclusive. Ooh, this is interesting.
Hello? Anyone here?
I got a bad feeling about this.
Gosh, I like this sort of thing. I'm never gonna play it though. Just too much of this, and every one of them looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, the graphic looks stunning. It's that kind of Metrovania. Oh, this is the game that made Limbo, is it? Must be.
Really?
It must be that same studio, I'm guessing.
I wonder. The thing about this, the people who make these sort of kind of indie, side-scrolling.
Yeah, Limbo and
like,
Inside are the two popular games, weren't they?
Yeah, but they've got so much creative freedom, in the way things look and everything else. The Last Case of Benedict Fox. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. You just imagine when you're writing down the the pitch for the game, and you come up with that.
Was there a pitch? Maybe you just went out and made the game, if you know what I mean.
Bonjour everyone. I am excited to be here today to tell you more about Interior Night's first original creation, As Dusk Falls. It started with the desire to create a deep interactive experience all levels of players can enjoy together. Because stories are brilliant, universal tools that help us understand the heartbreaking beauty of life. This game is an uncompromising tale of family, resilience, and sacrifice, written like a prestige TV show with a unique motion graphic novel style that triggers the imagination. This is an interactive story powered by video games that gives you agency over the lives of far from perfect human beings. This is a thought-provoking experience you can play with people you love, discover insights about each other, and create shared memories. As Dusk Falls is an emotional experience that we hope will leave a mark with everyone who plays it.
I think this studio up is made of ex-Quantic Dreams folks.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I should really applaud things like this, but I really can't get that excited about them, if you know what I mean.
For most people,
Turok is.
I mean, it looks really visually interesting.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't taking the scenic route.
Just watch a movie instead.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
But for us, it felt like a trap.
There's enough cash in that safe to put the last few weeks behind us. On the ground now!
You were in the wrong
Depends
place
what the actual gameplay loop is like. It's interesting.
We'd been in the wrong
Yeah.
place forever.
Sometimes
This is not
doing
making
the
it
right
look
thing
interesting.
is doing the wrong thing.
You know what I mean? It makes it look like really an interactive story.
Escaped that night.
It looks like they've actually filmed it and then converted the art style.
Even those
So
of us who made it out alive.
Yeah, that's right.
Why are you following me? We've taken very different paths.
oh, hold on, here is it. Okay. There's a mix of 3D objects
But
and
they all lead back to Turok.
Yeah.
Get rid of the cop.
Hey there.
Evening. Hey, Sam.
Say, you haven't seen three fellas in a blue pickup, have you?
Nope. Been here all day.
How you liking the desert dream?
Oh, can't complain.
Can I ask what brings you to Turok?
okay. Looks like they've gone quite deep the different path of the gameplay.
I wonder if that was a part of the gameplay or just something else.
Oh, multiplayer
You know
up
what
to
I mean?
8 players. Okay, that's interesting.
How interesting, yeah.
And it's coming out very soon.
Yeah.
Play Day 1 Game Pass, okay. Again, Game Pass game. Oh, what's this?
What's this? Join 10 million players. Ah, gosh, I think I've heard about this game.
Never even heard of it. It's like a Korean game or something.
I think so. There was some sort of massive MMO type beat 'em up.
Right.
I'm wondering if this is it. Battle with friends across PC and consoles. Come on, what's the name? What's the name of the game? At June 23, 2022.
Naraka?
Naraka. Blade Point. No, it's something else. Never heard of it.
There's hardly any filler voice chat in between, which is good.
Thank God for that. You know.
Oh, this looks interesting. What's that type of tapestry? French tapestry, or what it's called now. It's that kind of style of game.
That's what it's based on. It's really, really interesting art style.
I like the music as well. Oh, from Obsidian as well.
How? It's quite odd. Oh, don't we get to see something from them in that case? Oh, this is Pentiment. I heard about this. When is it coming out?
November.
November.
Wow, Game Pass. There's quite a few games coming out in the next 12 months. I have to say, on Game Pass, there's a lot.
Yeah. Games.
There's actually too many games in enough time.
That's mostly the problem, isn't it?
But it's a good problem for Xbox, given where they're at the moment. Because people have been saying, "Oh, I'm going to quit Game Pass. There's nothing to play."
No, no one's really going to quit it.
Oh, this is the other Obsidian game, isn't it? That's been in a beta. This game looks interesting. I thought it's called now. It's kind of got that Honey, I Shrunk the Kids vibe.
Oh, the thing is, yeah, Grounded.
Grounded. I wanted to play this, but this should come out of beta now, right? This is a game that we should play together.
Interesting. Yeah, it is Grounded, isn't it?
Yeah, it's grounded. Definitely Grounded. But it's been they've been adding lots of features and gameplay, so we should give this a go.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I really want to play with you guys. Probably that thing. It's a Warhammer game, but it's based on kind of like Vermintide. It's like Back 4 Blood as well.
Okay.
And I think it's on Game Pass. All that kind of stuff.
Or something terminates your tiny existence.
This game looks good. I wanted to get this for a while. Like they've been incrementally building it out over the last 2 years, I think. So
it looks a lot more dense, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I remembered it.
Play the full game.
The whole yard. The full story. Interesting.
Wow, look at those! How many different insects and animals you've got now. September. Wow. Xbox have got a catalogue now.
And they've got a lot of games coming out.
Yeah, that's good. I think Sony should be more worried.
I don't think Sony even gonna care. They're too busy building up their kind of like
microtransaction
action empire to care.
Yeah. This looks interesting.
The forgotten child of a scattered race, lost until now. Now they have awakened the Erebon. Now they have awakened me.
God, Microsoft still, as I said before, when they get Activision, they're going to struggle. They're going to have like one of these shows every 3 months.
And their reckoning.
Wow, this looks good.
What is this?
I don't know, but it looks good. It's got a Metal Gear Solid kind of vibe, but
they will not drag me into their light.
What's that? Airbane, something was it?
Their light.
Something like that, yeah.
It's a lie.
Airbane 2023.
Okay.
Play your game day one of Game Pass again. Everything is play game day one of Game Pass at the moment.
What's this?
Looks pretty horrible.
I speak now to those who heed a darker call.
We've still got a lot of the show to go.
Oh, this is Diablo 4.
Is it?
Yeah.
For deeper knowledge, who follow an unquenchable.
There's no way Diablo 4 is coming out in the next 12 months.
Born of blood and
We don't know. Would be about right, I would think.
to unlock.
And that's going to be on Game Pass.
Looks like it. Well, let's let it finish, but that's what it feels like to me.
Oh God. This is can't be.
odd.
To truly embrace this power, you must take it into the world.
After we played Diablo Immortal, I know it's got ripped for its microtransaction. I'm looking forward to Diablo 4, something I can play with you guys.
Marked.
Do some grinding.
I think.
Loot. This is not Diablo, is it?
I don't know.
Doesn't seem like it.
Because that's a Diablo class.
Oh yeah,
it's a
is.
necromancer.
And you will not confront the darkness alone. We are the speakers of the dead. And the dead have no mercy.
Diablo Immortal expansion.
Oh my god. Diablo 4. Yes.
Oh my god, it's coming out in the next 12 months. Get in there. We'll play that then. What's the point of playing Diablo Immortal then? Let's go straight to this.
There's no point to it. That's the point of there is no.
So
point.
they're just going to cash in the money and then go to this then, basically, aren't they?
Well, I guess they need a mobile game.
Who joins the other iconic classes around the
So
campfire.
I'm guessing this is not what this is.
These include the mighty
This is
barbarian,
really
the elemental sorceress,
a PC
the
game
crafty
only.
rogue, and the powerful
And then
druid.
secondary to that, it's a console
And you'll
game.
want them because the demon Lilith, the daughter of hatred, has returned and spreading corruption and evil as she fights
There's
to
no way
reclaim
they're
our dark gothic world as her
on
own.
consoles at the same time, are
And
they?
it's up to you to stop her. Now, Diablo 4 is the culmination of the 25-year history of the franchise, building on top of the best of what's come before with some, unique twists all its own. So let's dig a little deeper by watching, for the first time I might add, some Xbox Series X gameplay. While hearing
There
from
you
a
go.
few of the many people
I'll
behind
answer
the
my
game.
questions. This is next 12 months. Oh my god, now Game Pass I have to just get it. Might as well just get it now. This is Series X, here you go.
Diablo 4 is the next generation of action RPG, melding monster slaying
Oh,
and
that
loot
looks
collecting
good.
with a fully realized open world.
Open world as well.
It's not for the faint of heart. It's gory and unnerving. It's creepy.
Diablo 4 is all about player choice.
It takes all of the pillars of a Diablo game and just expands them with all of the new features that people really love and appreciate in modern games.
Just from that one game session we had, you've got me hooked on it.
Yeah, the thing
It's important to
The thing
include
about Immortal-
robust character customization because then
I
I
mean,
can
it's,
play the fantasy that I want to play.
it didn't feel like a dumbed down version of kind of like Diablo when I played it. but now I'm not so sure, you know what I mean? Because with everything kind of sitting behind a paywall and, well, some of the things that we're used to sitting behind a
Feels
paywall.
very powerful and fun.
And looking at this now, you know what I mean? It's this does look like a next generation Diablo.
One of the really cool things about having an open world is
It's
the
open
journey
world
that
as
you
well.
take
I'd
throughout
like
Diablo
to have a
4 is
game
your
that
own.
we can play regularly
There's no
each
linear
week just
path that
for
you have to follow.
passing time.
We've got
you know.
almost 150
This is the sort of game that we
in
could
the
play,
game.
couldn't we?
There's all kinds of surprises as you're exploring.
What is that going on there?
Strongholds are an enemy territory that you need to reclaim.
You might have a space that
Is this the sort of game that'll be around for the next 10 years, right?
But after you've cleared it out,
Yeah, I think so.
They're just adding and adding and adding to it.
Yeah, I think that's how it worked with Diablo 3.
Did they say Xbox
Sometimes it's a new town,
exclusive? Did they
sometimes
say
it's a
or?
new dungeon. There's a whole bunch of rewards that you get, and you have.
I'd be shocked if this was exclusive to console.
No, you can't leave us here.
No, as
It's
an
not-
exclusive to,
Yeah.
to Microsoft.
Local events are really cool little story segments
I
that
wouldn't be
happen within
surprised,
the open world.
That
to
is-
be honest.
You're running through the world.
Yeah, or at least on
a local
Game
event will pop
Pass.
up and you can choose to participate in it or get a group together and just wail.
Oh, look at this. This is like a raid, isn't it?
Did you guys try any of the raids on Immortal?
No, I've only played it with you, haven't I? So.
being able to see
Oh,
all the
this looks
players
good.
on your screen,
I've never played this type of game, and I would have
monster
never been
hunt,
interested.
epic.
It's like Destiny's got me into
Yeah.
this style of game.
so
Shared
easy
world.
to create a community. It makes Diablo more
Please
of
don't
a
kill it with
social
microtransactions.
experience.
We've got fully enabled crossplay.
Fully enable
Xbox
crossplay.
and your buddy has
Yes!
a PC, you're going to be able to group up, or you could play couch co-op. 2 people on a couch can sit
This
there
is our
and
game now,
great
isn't it?
experience.
Yeah.
We've created specific zones where players can engage in PvP.
If you go there, you can start swinging away at people. But you're also opening yourself up to being swung at.
If you're like really, really good, the game actually marks you as like a champion on the map. You basically become a loot pinata, and everyone wants to chase you down.
This looks good. I love the particle effects. I like graphics. End game, yes, here we go.
The last story mission is really the beginning of a whole different part of the journey.
Now you're set up for the end game, and that end game is rich with things to do that allow you to get more and more powerful.
It's like a
Whether it's new items or new dungeons or new Paragon boards, every single time you come back to play Diablo 4, there's going to be new stuff for you to experience.
Wow, they've made it
And it's
quite
something
deep,
we're
haven't
gonna
they?
support for years to come.
I'm really excited for folks to get their hands on Diablo 4.
Just to see millions of people really enjoying the different options.
Through the campaign,
Local events,
Couch co-op.
Say
I'm not going
goodbye
to get any
to
work. I'm not going to get any
free
work
time.
done now.
No.
And we are so close.
I thought this game would come out 1 or 2 years away, but
Well, it's been in development for years.
yeah.
Because Diablo 3 is
2023.
it's really quite old.
It doesn't say when in
now.
2023 though, does it?
No. No, it doesn't.
It didn't say Game Pass though, did it?
No, it didn't say that either.
Oh, that's a shame.
We brought updates that were free.
Sea of Thieves.
I think I'll get it on PC though.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, look, it's crossplay anyway,
yeah.
so we can play.
Yeah.
This song will spell out. There's plenty to sing about. Now
Surely they'll.
finally be a captain.
They're not going to make that exclusive though. They don't want to make the money off their PlayStation platform, aren't they?
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, right, the following on Diablo is on PC. You know, that's where, you know, the money maker is for that game. If they stuck it on Game Pass, I don't think it would matter too much. But you know, they may wait until the acquisition's done. For one thing.
Yeah, sure. Well, it's coming out in the next 12 months, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But did they say every game is coming to Game Pass on the show?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
I would have to try this game as well, Sea of Thieves.
it's meant to be good.
Yeah. It looks like they've built out the game with more things to do, because that was one of the criticisms when it first came out, right? There wasn't enough stuff to really do.
Yeah, I mean these live service games, given enough years, and you know, like and time and investment, that you know, they all become quite kind of like feature rich, don't they?
Season 7. What's coming out in July?
Yeah, the thing is, like, whilst Rare is doing that, they don't seem to be doing much else. That's the one downside of that.
I'm really impressed with this showcase. We haven't even got to Starfield yet.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
This is a Hadouken on the Sony State of Play at the moment. This looks interesting.
I think the sheer volume of games is quite impressive, actually. There is so much here.
It seems like just COVID just actually has impacted them just by 6 months, enough to.
Well, this, I'd say about, what would you call it, 70% of the games aren't really about them per se, but they've kind of done a good job in basically getting some of the third parties in.
This looks interesting. It's like Alice in
Yeah.
Wonderland type game.
I quite like the look of this.
Graphically, it's pretty stunning.
Yeah.
Ravenlock. Looks good. Game Pass. Because Diablo is not Game Pass, I've got a scary feeling it's going to be microtransactions again. They can't help themselves.
God, I hope it's not. Because I'll go back to playing Diablo 3.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, you know what I mean?
Is it worth playing 3 now?
I think it's... No, it's still worth playing it.
It's not crossplay. Oh, here's the Inside Limbo. The same. This is the. Okay.
I reckon Diablo 3 might be on Game Pass. You should check it.
I'll have to have a look.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if it wasn't crossplay as well.
It's not crossplay. Having a look. But maybe the Xbox to PC one might be, but I don't know. I have to have a look at it.
Yeah. What is this?
This is from the makers of Inside and Limbo.
Oh, right.
So this looks good already. If this could come into Game Pass as well, that'd be amazing. Oh my god, yeah, this is... I'll play this.
It's interesting, this.
Looks good, isn't it?
Yeah, what is this?
Not quite
Is
sure.
it a puzzle? Is it a puzzle come platformer?
Yeah, it looks like it.
It's interesting.
Graphics look stunning. I've got Inside and Limbo. I've played a little bit of Limbo, but Inside is meant to be 10 out of 10 game, but I've not played it. Wow, this looks good. What's it called though?
What's this called?
Cocoon, boom. And Xbox Game Pass. Amazing. Wow, they are come out firing today. Woo! Oh my god. This is going to be some sort of... It's Game Pass as well, right? That's what they just said at the start?
I
no,
don't
World
know.
Premiere. World Premiere, okay.
Oh, what's this?
Team Ninja.
Oh, Team Ninja.
These guys haven't been doing anything for a while, have they?
This looks interesting. What is this?
It looks cross-gen, though, doesn't it?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's the video feed. No, I don't think it's necessarily cross-gen. But
it looks cross-gen.
Yeah.
It does.
What is this? Not sure what I make out of it. Wolong Fallen Dynasty. What's this?
Is Team Ninja Xbox, is it?
No, it's still independent.
Game Pass. Wow. They're going to silence the critics with the number of Game Pass games.
Yeah.
Japan is
The
the
volume
home to some
alone
of the
is
most
actually
talented and
fairly
well-known
impressive.
game creators anywhere in the world. We're thrilled to be working with Koei Tecmo to bring Wolong Fallen Dynasty to Game Pass day one. I'm also excited to be working with Team Ninja, who has a long history of building incredible action games for Xbox, and it's great to be working with them once again. We know how important it is to our fans to continue to bring more Japanese franchises to Xbox.
I lost my faith with
to announce the return of one of the most highly requested and beloved franchises to Xbox.
Lost my faith with Xbox last 6 months, 3 months, but they have come back. I'm glad I've kept my Xbox. I was considering selling it. Oh, what's this?
Persona.
A new Persona game?
Probably the existing ones. Which I don't think they were on the... Because this looks really kind of old. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you played any of them?
Yeah, a few. It's about sampling it, you know. I'm not really. People love them, but I'm not a huge fan of the. Huge fan of them. I'll be honest.
It's a little bit cheesy for me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But they're so well regarded. You know, it's
So this looks like a Persona collection.
Yeah. I don't think these are new games unless they're going to announce something at the end. But it's kind of a a long overdue thing.
5.
If you know what I mean? Yeah.
Coming to Xbox Game Pass. Yeah. We haven't even got to Starfield.
What's this? P5R. Persona 5 Royal.
Now, I'm excited to announce a special partnership between Xbox Game Studios and one of the greatest creative minds and innovators in our industry. Someone that I have admired for many years.
Bungie.
Today,
Kojima.
I'm pleased to share.
But please tell us it's not just a letter in team.
It's Kojima, yeah.
Like you've never seen before.
Yeah, oh my god.
Thank you, Phil. こんにちは、小島秀夫です。ずっと作りたかったゲームがあります。それは誰も体験したことも見たこともない全く新しいものです。それが作れる日が来るのをずっと待っておりました。マイクロソフトの最先端クラウドテクノロジーと、市場の変化によってその未知なる構想への挑戦がようやく可能となりました。少し時間はかかるかもしれませんが、これから、Xbox ゲームスタジオと提携し、皆さんに喜んでいただけるニュースをお届けしていきたいと思います。
I'm not going to show anything, are they?
ご期待ください。
No, they're not.
Thank you, Kojima-san. We're thrilled to have Kojima Productions working with our teams at Xbox Game Studios. Today,
What does that mean
for the first
exactly?
time ever, we have focused on showing you games
Look at this.
that you can play over the next 12 months. Today's show celebrates a diverse lineup of global game creators of all
So
sizes.
other games look like
who bring
Resident Evil
with them
4 as well.
Unlimited potential.
Yeah, that's
Games from these
multi-platform, isn't it?
creators will be coming to Game Pass every single month, including Naraka Blade Point, As Dusk Falls, A Plague Tale Requiem, Pentiment, Persona 5 Royale, Somerville, and Scorn, just to name a few. And we start 2023 with the launches of some of the most anticipated titles from the teams at Xbox and Bethesda. Redfall, Minecraft Legends, Starfield, Forza Motorsport, and more. This has been an incredible year as we achieved record growth across console and Game Pass, with millions of people playing our games every single day. And we have you to thank for that.
I feel excited as a gamer having watched this show.
Or our longest fans playing on Xbox and PC. We could not have done this without you. A year ago,
I need to unpack
we
what I've seen,
welcomed
really,
the
to be
talented
honest.
Studios at Bethesda Softworks to Xbox.
It's like the whole Sony one. I was quite, quite a little bit meh after I saw it.
Shipping updates to their games and building
That grew on me
I can't argue.
services for you to
Yeah, I
enjoy.
can't argue that the volume of
We
things
know
here.
that everyone has been eager to see Starfield. Our show
Here
today
it comes.
has highlighted gameplay, so
20
it's
minutes of
only
it?
fitting that we
Let's
end
see.
it with an
God,
extended
I hope not.
first look at one of the most
That's too
anticipated
long.
games in Xbox history. This is Starfield.
craving a space exploration type game like this. It's almost going to be my dream.
Just gonna need to understand what it is.
Exactly, also gameplay.
Yeah.
I hope it looks next gen and not just
I wish they hadn't done that. If I'm being honest.
Didn't look that good, did it?
No. Why do that? Doesn't anybody watch these videos?
It's hard to express how excited all of us at Bethesda are to be here with you today. We're so grateful you're spending the time, and we know you've waited a long time.
They've overspoken about
to finally see Starfield.
I'm being excited about the game.
It's easily our most
Yeah.
ambitious game ever. Like our previous
Thank
games,
you.
it's an epic role-playing game where you get to be who you want and go where you want. But this time, you'll be exploring space. So let's jump right in. This is early in the game as you arrive on the mysterious moon of Crete.
Okay.
Is that in game?
Wow. Yeah, I hope so. That looks impressive. So date.
This is a single player game, is it?
I think so, yeah. It's standard Bethesda style.
This is Sony would never make a game like this. Wow, that looks good. Ship landing. That's so as you get up. Yeah. Okay. Sony doesn't really have any RPGs, is it?
JRPGs, aren't they? You know,
Okay.
According to the scanners, the abandoned research facility is in this direction.
Music sounds good. Was this completely open world, is it?
I don't know.
Animations don't look that fluid, do they? Well, maybe that's the stream.
No, but this is. You have to assume it's got 9 months of development left.
Yeah, but if this is the opening part of the game, you would imagine this is should be done by now.
You'll probably need to tune the thing or polish or whatever they're doing. I don't know actually. I'm not sure
It was
how I
meant to
feel
come
about
out
this
this
now.
year.
Why is this reminding me of what's that other kind of game?
I know what you mean.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah, No Man's Sky. Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, have that, but more polished version.
Well, more realistic version. I mean, No Man's Sky is quite polished these days. It's.
It would appear that pirates of the Crimson Fleet are using the facility.
Animations don't look great, do they?
Could be the video stream.
Yeah, Bethesda aren't known for their kind of gun feel, are they?
Yeah, choppy engine.
Yeah, that's not doing it for me right now. I need to have a good feeling gun. She's got that cyberpunk vibe to it, hasn't it?
So far, I have to be honest, it has a very boring look to it. I mean, the actual art direction of it and the look and feel is doing nothing for me.
Same, yeah. This bit, that screen looks crap.
Oh god. Oh, okay.
Getting more interesting, the weapons. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that looks a bit better. I take back what I said about the guns.
After some initial encounters, you're invited to join Constellation, who, in the future the game is set in, are the last group of space explorers. To meet them, you'll head to the capital city of New Atlantis.
Alright, this could be more interesting. The ship design's interesting though. I gotta admit. I don't know how I feel about it. Look at this thing.
It's quite dull, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just not wowed by the... It's not really that the... technically it's not good. It's just that, yeah, it's dull.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. We're all here because we're committed to the biggest question of all. What's out there?
I hope there's a vast number of planets then.
That are not all grey.
As to what they are?
I don't know how I feel about this now. I'm given the build up to this point. I was expecting to just be blown away.
So, you found something?
The new guy found it.
You dug up the artifact, right?
This isn't cross-gen, is it?
The vision?
I don't know, it does look... No, it can't be cross-gen because the environments are huge.
Yeah. I mean, that looks a little bit... That looks, you know, some of this stuff looks a little bit better.
The characters do look good, and dialogue.
Of course, the settled system.
Yeah, but not the best we've seen, right?
The fleet doesn't follow the rules. Agree to work for UC System. Together, we take down these cutthroat pirates.
Still not sure.
Bad guys. We're peacekeepers. We protect the people of the Free Star Collective. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, no one quits. The only way out is death.
The path ahead may be dangerous.
Okay, now they're showing aliens.
But we are not stopping.
Most Dusties don't even make it this far.
Because whatever.
I mean, I have to suppose it has a lot of depth to it. I mean, that's interesting looking. I mean, it's...
Forever.
That gives you a look at the stories in Starfield. But ultimately, it's not our story. It's the story you create by who you are and the choices you make. And that starts with character creation. It's our most flexible yet. You can customize all the elements of how you look. You'll pick a background that gives you 3 starting skills.
Says here you spent some time as a diplomat. Having a way with words might prove useful.
There are optional traits, and these come with unique advantages and disadvantages. But it's not just in how you can look, but in how your character plays and develops.
Well, you can make the characters quite...
The skill system combines the best
Ooh, that
from our
menu
previous
looks
games,
rubbish for the skill system, doesn't it?
You can unlock new skills as you level up, and then you
Yeah.
rank those skills up by using them and completing challenges. And there's deep crafting systems, from running research projects with the resources you find,
I'm not
crafting
sure.
weapon mods needed to survive.
I'm glad they're delaying it.
Oh, I've got a feeling that it's
You
just
can
not
build your own outposts.
over ambitious and
As a home away from home for survival and resource generation. You can choose where and how to build each one, and you can hire characters you meet to keep it up and running.
It's a shame that we haven't got Al here with us, because he,
You can even build
you know, obviously he plays a lot of kind of like Fallout, and he plays a lot of he's played a lot of kind of the, you know, he's played Skyrim and Oblivion and whatnot.
You can choose
I've touched
crew
upon
members,
them, but
and yes, you can completely customize the
I
look
wonder if he
and
would have
layout.
any insight into this, because
There's loads of different modules, ship
I mean,
manufacturers.
it's not that it's extremely depthy. You can see that the depth on display.
Yeah,
But
but does it make for a good video game? That's the only problem I'm
well,
not sure about.
the other thing is, I've seen this level of depth in other things, if you know what I mean.
Because yes, you can fly it.
Okay,
Yeah.
fly it, let's see. Does it? I'm not sure if it's gonna make a fun video game. Let's see, flying in space. Oh, okay, space flight.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if I can vibe with the universe. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know that's what I mean. Yeah. What was that other game that's out on the PC that's been in development for like 15 years? That's got the same.
Oh, Eve Online.
No, there's another one that's.
This actually looks decent.
Similar type of game as this. You can buy like ships and they're like 50 grand, 100 grand.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. It's the one with Mark Hamill in it.
It's the beta. It's not released as a game.
It's on perpetual beta.
I'm not sure about this dogfighting, and it's a bit boring.
Yeah.
We can't wait for all of you to experience the game. Thanks again for being with us today, and thanks for all the support you've given us over the decades, especially on this game. It's been an incredible journey for us making it, but we know that's really only the beginning, for it's when all of you play it that the real journey begins.
I hate all this cheesy words that he's using.
may be
I've heard it before. Overpromised, underdelivered is the theme of the last
one last moment and
10 years. Okay, what's he showing now?
Let's take a look at one of our planets.
Okay, here we go.
You can land into Atlantis, but you can also land and explore anywhere on the planet.
Ooh, that's impressive.
And it's not just this planet. It's all the planets in the system.
Okay.
From barren but resource-heavy ice balls to Goldilocks planets with life. And not just this system, but over 100 systems.
Wow, okay.
Over 1,000 planets, all open for you to explore.
1,000 planets?
We can't wait to see what you find.
It must be procedure generated then, right?
No Man's Sky.
But is this a game you just kind of just live in the world and don't do? Okay, this it has to be procedure generated.
Yeah, but it just looks like it just feels not looks. It feels like No Man's Sky.
It does, yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Just an open game where you just kind of exist.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's some sort of overarching story arc that we don't know about yet.
Has to be, yeah. I love the music.
Yeah, the music's certainly the best part of this whole introduction to Starfield. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, Jay. I think it feels like it did need a delay, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I've just got a feeling it's going to be buggy. It's quite ambitious, right?
Yeah. I mean, No Man's Sky there wasn't a lot to it, and it was, and that didn't have the look of this thing, if you know what I mean.
I'm worried it could flop. That's what I'm worried about. It's very ambitious.
Oh, well, it's got another year, hasn't it, of development, or 9 months, or whatever it is.
That's not that long, really.
But I'm just kind of feeling it. That 9 months, I don't think it's gonna change some of the things I don't like about it. Because I just genuinely don't like the way the universe is looking, if you know what I mean. It doesn't really do anything for me.
Also, you have to remember, all of this for a Game Pass subscription.
Yeah.
So
But,
even if it's an 8 out of 10, look at these number of volume of games.
Yeah. I think this is it, isn't it? It's volume.
Did he say every game on here is okay? Every game is coming out in the next 12 months. Not that it's on Game Pass.
Yeah. No,
okay.
no, they didn't say that. Yeah.
It'd be interesting to do
we're in June.
So we're going to watch the show tomorrow, and they're going to fill in the gaps, right? Some more detailed gameplay. It'd be good to hear the nuance of some of the what's being offered as well, what is included, what isn't included.
Yeah, that will be interesting.
It's a nice breadth of games though. There's no fighting games mentioned though, is there?
No, nothing.
No.
Okay, well, looks like that's it. It's about, what was it, an hour and a half?
Yeah, it's an hour and a half show.
Yeah. I mean, I think we need to unpack everything that's like it's been kind of delivered here. But what's your impressions of the showcase so far, or thus far, I should say?
My gut feel is that I'm, as a package, very impressed. It's breadth.
Oh.
There's games in there I'm excited about. Some bits felt a bit underwhelmed with Starfield, probably because it's been overhyped, but I got to give that has got to be the best Xbox show they've ever done in terms of hitting us with gameplay, volume of games, and breadth of games. Has to be. So for me, on a kind of logical level, let's say that's a 9 out of 10 kind of show, right? I can see how that would give confidence back to people that there's a lot to come out to Game Pass in the next 12 months.
Yeah.
It didn't hit massively on lots of exciting things, but it's definitely brought my confidence back in Xbox and Game Pass.
Yeah.
That's my kind of summary of where I'm at.
Definitely, in sheer volume of games, I'm actually not sure. I think you'd have to give it kind of 2 ratings really, and it's the same sort of scenario I had with the other State of Play. I kind of think on a personal level, this is kind of closer to a 7 out of 10, but on a pure kind of business level, or let's say Game Pass level, it's more like between an 8 and 9 out of 10. And it would have been a clear 9 out of 10 had Starfield just looked a little bit more impressive than it did, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And none of what was shown was actually what I'd call filler content, but equally it wasn't really the first party stuff. Like, where was Machine Games? Where was id Soft? Yeah, where was Hellblade? There were some notable absentees. We didn't get any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't hear anything from Activision, I think. Yeah. There was none of that. Blizzard, yes.
But this is where they maybe they might come out with another show in a month's time, 2 months' time, saying, looking ahead, this is what's coming out. I mean, if you go to I'll give you time to get to there. But if you go to 2 hours, 6 minutes and 22 seconds, there's that overall screen of what's coming out in the next 12 months.
Yeah, I'd like to look at that properly, to be honest.
Yeah, okay, but just to call out the games that are on Game Pass that I'm excited about. So there's Forza Horizon 5, the base game, which is already out, plus the Hot Wheels expansion. There's Grounded, which is a fully fledged now. There's Sea of Thieves, that's in Season 7. There's that game that you talked about called Dark Tide Warhammer 40,000, which we can try. Valheim's coming out on Game Pass. I'll play that. There is Pentiment, which is Obsidian, looks good. There was that Gunfire Reborn, That's this year, and then next year Diablo's not Game Pass. There's Redfall, there's Starfield, Forza Motorsport. I mean, those 3 games in the beginning quarter of next year is huge. It's got Stalker 2 is coming out as well on Game Pass. Valorant obviously, which is good, but that's on PC only. And what else is there? Cocoon looked really good. That's Game Pass. There's that Benedict's Fox, which is good. So there's a lot.
There's a lot of games on Games Pass.
There's
as
a lot of games.
Like, it's a 9 out of 10, or at least an 8 out of 10. Yeah, basically based on saying this is the value you get from Game Pass. Yeah, but in terms of, you know, what it kind of excites me.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
If I look at 2023, right, Redfall, I thought, yeah, it's kind of interesting. Starfield, I thought, Starfield is Starfield, and I'm sure it will sell a bucket load. But that last video clip we saw wasn't really doing it for me.
No,
Forza Motorsport was amazing looking, but you knew it was gonna be. Yeah. Stalker 2, yep, could be good. I think Replaced I'm actually looking forward to. That's another indie game. But the reality is, I mean, you know, most of these are, you know, they're not Microsoft first party.
They're not.
Where's the Microsoft first party beyond kind of like Q1 next year?
That has to be in another show, because they first have to hit with silence to critics. We've got plenty of stuff coming out on Game Pass. This hits that with a 10 out of 10. Don't know about the quality of the games. Might not be all the games that we want, but to appeal to a broad spectrum of people, to silence the critics, with a volume of games, with some brand names in there, that silenced the critics.
Yeah, I think 8 and 9 from that perspective.
Yeah. I mean, there's other games on there. There's Diablo that's not on Game Pass. There's Callisto Protocol. There's Resident Evil 4 they put on there. But games that I personally want,
I mean,
maybe not. But if they follow up with another show in 1 or 2 months and say, look, looking ahead, because now we've silenced the critics on stuff coming to Game Pass, and they show the other games, then as a package, that's gotta be.
But let's call it out on this, Jay.
Yeah, sure.
Let's not do Microsoft's talking for them. Let Microsoft do their talking, right?
Sure.
But if you look at 2023, Diablo is not on Game Pass. Resident Evil 4 is not on Game Pass.
That's true.
Dead Space is not on Game Pass. Yeah? Outside of first party, those are the 3 biggest games for next year. Yeah, that's the thing. You talk about volumes and what is on Game Pass, definitely between 8 to 9 out of 10. But if you take stock of the fact that, you know, where's the first party announcements? Yeah, where's the big third party? There's not really a lot there.
There's Forza Motorstorms, Starfield, Redfall.
Yeah, but that's first party, and that's in the first quarter. That's first quarter. But what's beyond the first quarter?
Yeah, no, but I think, but this is specifically time bound. They were upfront about next 12 months.
Yeah, but that's like June to June. That's June to June. If we take them at their word for it, and we can only judge them on what they're showing us, yeah, that's June to June.
Some of these games, I bet some of these games won't even make it; they'll get delayed.
Yeah, and let's say like if nothing changes, yeah, and this is set in stone, that's a big if, yeah, and it can go either way. Either there's more to come, there's some things that will get delayed and disappear. I'm just kind of thinking, yeah, I mean, there sure is a lot of variety and a lot of volume here, but you know, they haven't really answered the question of necessarily what are your first party doing.
Yeah,
because we knew about Redfall, we knew about Starfield, we knew about Forza Motorsport.
Yeah,
those were all knowns.
They have to have another show, I think. Like I said, 1 month, 2 months, that shows what's happening, what's Avowed look like, when's it roughly coming.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, right?
Elder Scrolls, show a bit of that.
Yeah. This is all stuff, right, that warrants a Game Pass purchase. There's no doubt about that.
Don't forget you've got the Activision stuff to come into play. If that whole catalog comes in Game Pass as well.
Yeah, but these are just ifs and buts. Yeah, they've got to basically show it. Is what I'm trying to say.
I think there's expectations as a gamer and there's realistic expectations, and I think on that first one for me on kind of as a gamer, I can sympathise with what you're saying, but I think you almost can't rate this until they have another show. Basically, if you want to rate the whole Xbox 22 kind of E3 period showing, you have to
rate each show on its merits based on what we know. I think, yeah, because like we're not rating them for the next 12 months. We're kind of rating them really for the show that we've seen in. You kind of have, of course, kind of expectations are a bit inflated. On the one hand, this is Microsoft we're talking about. It's $1 trillion company. We know they've bought all these studios. We're kind of excited to find out what's happening with them.
So if you look on the left-hand side of that diagram, in 2022, I could easily not get Game Pass this year. Ignore it.
That's what I mean. Jay. You could easily not bother with it, right?
You could easily not bother this year. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, and
to be honest, just looking at that kind of perspective again now, I could ignore it this year and wait for the reviews of Redfall, Starfield and Forza, and then make a decision when I'm going to dip in.
Yeah, correct. Possibly, yeah. That could be one way to look at it. Yeah, I don't know what I expected, to be honest. I mean, in many ways, right? I can the sheer volume of games, I kind of felt, yeah, that's going to happen. And I kind of expected to hear about some of the first party games, but I kind of expected to kind of hear a bit more, if you know what I mean. And I thought they'd give it to us in this showcase, just from the perspective that there's just been a bit of negativity, and that would have been an easy kind of fix, if you know what I mean. You're getting something from id, you're getting something from Machine Games, X, Y, and Z, or here's the roadmap, for the next 12 months or 24 months or whatever it may be.
Diablo 4 is coming out on PS5.
What's coming on PS5?
Diablo 4.
It's coming out on probably everything.
No, it's like I probably want to get that on the PS5 because other people more likely to be on that platform that I know to play with.
My advice is get it on the PC. Get a PC.
Yeah, I just don't want to deal with the headache of getting a PC.
I know. It's a headache.
Just against. That's why I got the Xbox. I was thinking that will fill that void.
Yeah.
Because there's a chance that the Activision deal might not go through with Microsoft, right? There is that.
Yeah, there's always an outside. I think it's an outside chance, though. I mean, I think it's likely to go through.
You think it's done?
I do right now. If we haven't heard that it's not over, I kind of feel that it's done. And some of this may be just Microsoft, keeping low until that is done. There's potentially more to come from them and all of that sort of thing. But I don't know. I need to unpack all of this and see how I really feel about it, sleep on it. And I think it would be like the Sony one. I'll come back the next day and I'll kind of, feel a lot more positive about it.
I'll just sleep on it. I'm already on the Diablo 4 beta page. I want to sign up for it now.
Yeah, it's definitely worth doing. I mean, it's, there's definitely a lot to look forward to here. But I just wish that Starfield just looked better than it did.
Yeah, it's interesting. That left a bit of a sour taste.
That's what I mean.
At the end of the show. The thing is, Bethesda are known for really polished games, though, aren't they? They're known for their games to be quite buggy.
Yeah, but the look and feel of that thing, you know what I mean? It's I don't know. I'm a bit kind of scratching my head with it. You know, and it goes back. Didn't you guys watch this before you basically kind of like let it loose? And that, for me, was a bit strange because you know everything that we saw, mostly everything that we saw, you know, was of real high quality. Everything. Maybe there will be one or two exceptions. And it was this kind of like build up. We were seeing such quality, and that's with such volumes. And I thought, okay, well, Starfield's going to be a base. They're going to knock that out of the park if they're going to show it. But that felt like a bit of a misstep. And it was kind of like, if you're going to get anything right, that's the thing you get right. Because really, no one's going to remember any of the rest of this once you basically sleep upon it. They're going to remember that. So I just found that a bit weird, a bit strange.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. What if you list 3 to 5 games, despite when they're coming out, despite what you think of the show, what 3 to 5 games are you most excited about on the list, whether it's on Game Pass or not?
Okay, I reckon Diablo 4. I'm just looking at the list. Obviously, they posted on the video. Yep, Dark Tide, Warhammer 40,000. But that's not anything they kind of showed off, I would say. But it's something that I'm actually quite interested in. I would say out of the rest of this lot, probably Forza Motorsport, purely from the tech perspective. And I don't know if there's anything else. No, I'll say that's my 3. That's definitely going to be. Oh no, Somerville.
Yeah.
But I didn't show that either. That was another indie game that I'd seen before.
Sure, yeah.
Those are what piqued my interest really more than anything else. And I'm just put off by Starfield. I'm now just put off by it because like with the gameplay I saw, it looked a little bit like No Man's Sky.
Yeah, it needs to. It needs to.
Yeah.
It almost. I feel it almost needs to. It needs to prove to me for me to warrant spending any time looking at it now again. It needs to come out with a good review or come out with some demo or something. You play it.
Yeah, that's right. And
I can because there's been rumours, haven't there, where the developers are a bit worried it might come out with the same sort of cyberpunk flop effect. And I can easily see that. But just coming back to my question, what am I excited about? Forza Motorsport. Redfall looks quite cool. Diablo. They're the kind of like, for me, feel like must-play games, but I'll wait before I dip into Game Pass. And on periphery of ones I just want to try now are probably Grounded and Forza Motorsport with a Hot Wheels piece. Pentiment, which is another Obsidian game. Probably play around with Flight Simulator, but only for a little bit, and then that's about it really. Everything else is kind of
that's what I mean. It's kind of, there's lots of volume, there's lots of quality.
And Cancun probably.
But,
Cocoon.
But you've got the time element to this, and you can't play everything. But on Redfall, you see, I wouldn't choose kind of like Redfall over Dark Tide. And it's a similar type of game, 4-player kind of Back 4 Blood type of gameplay. I'm assuming, and kind of first person. So it's just interesting. They've got all this value, and there's so much to kind of like sink your teeth into. That's for sure. But you're it's not even money. Money's not your problem now. It's just like your time.
Yeah.
What are you gonna spend upon it? And
this is the thing, right? No Game Pass service is going to have every single game knocking out the park, and it actually makes if Redfall, if 4 or 5 of those games, some few smaller ones, a few big ones are good, that would justify Game Pass, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, look, what we're seeing right here justifies Game Pass. Yeah. it definitely justifies you paying your monthly fee. You literally could get a good gaming experience every month for the next 12 months. Yeah, but are you gonna get that killer gaming experience? Or if AAA is your thing, are you gonna get that AAA gaming experience? That might be called into question. Yeah, there might be some things that you might not get, but then again, that's your personal taste, isn't it? You know, maybe gamers feel a bit too entitled, i.e. me. You know, like that you want it, you kind of want it all, if you know what I mean, and maybe you can't have it all.
Yeah.
But I don't. It's I'm a bit torn at the moment how I feel about it now. The more I talk about it, the more confused I feel about the whole thing.
Well, the interesting thing is, I think we've got another show tomorrow, which is going to be a deeper dive into some of those games. Some of those games might shine brighter, and some of them might go a bit dimmer after that. So it's probably a good point to do the conversation there.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think those are our thoughts on obviously the Xbox showcase. I think from my perspective, confused or not, certainly, give kudos where it's deserved. I mean, Microsoft, purely from a Game Pass perspective, it's just definitely between an 8 to a 9. Let's see how I feel after I kind of see how I feel after I sleep on it. And I think for Jay, I think you're saying between 9 and 10. Is that a fair rating?
Just straight off the bat, off the show.
Yeah.
Just kind of for what it was intended for, which was Game Pass, get people feeling comfortable. Initial 9 out of 10, I would say, right?
Yeah, I think that's a fair kind of rating. But you're right. Let's leave it at that for now, and let's maybe potentially get back onto it like when the extended showcase happens. So Jay, we're back together again. It's a couple days after the actual Xbox showcase, and I thought we should just kind of let things kind of breathe a little bit and kind of sleep on what we saw in the showcase, and really come back and maybe kind of give really our ratings again. Having been able to kind of think about what we saw, having slept upon it. Let's see if basically our opinions have changed. Yeah. So just to recap, during the kind of showcase, I had given 2 ratings. I believe one was a 7 out of 10. That was my personal rating, and the other one was a rating between 8 and 9 out of 10. Yeah. I think you were a definite 9 out of 10, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Yeah. Now, obviously, a couple days later, we've slept on it. So, from your perspective, has anything changed?
Yeah, I've kind of gone on a bit of a roller coaster actually. I've watched a number of the trailers again, listened to people who I respect their opinion on YouTube, and I've gone from that initial high to was I just taken away because my expectations are so low, and there was so much gameplay, bang, bang, bang. Was I just overexcited and just excited by just the bombardment of news? And I've kind of gone from a 9 probably down to about a 7, then gone back up to an 8, and then come back down lower even, and I'm probably sitting at around probably 7. 7 out of 10 is where and that's a balance of value for money in terms of Game Pass and the balance of exciting things I've seen. For me, what can make it unravel completely is what actual ratings the games get, because so far Microsoft haven't actually delivered any good quality games for a while. They've got franchises and they've completely dropped the ball with the delivery dates of some of these games. So there's a lack of trust there, hence why the 7. So 7 out of 10 is where I land. I can go into a bit more detail specific games, but that's overall where I am. How about yourself?
Yeah, me personally, all right, these are my new ratings. it's going to be 6.5 out of 10 personally,
Hmm.
and 6.5 out of 10 generally.
Right.
Yeah, so and it's it's varying between 6.5 and 7, but I'm going to land on 6.5, and I'll explain why. And just keeping in mind for anybody who might be listening to this, like 10 is like perfection, is like unattainable.
Right.
So in many ways, in my mind, it's kind of like 7 is a decent solid score if you like. Yeah, but I didn't give it that. Yeah. Now I'll get to the easy kind of let's say assessment first. The 6.5 for the general let's say rating, and that's kind of like the parameters are how did it do as a showcase? What did it say about Game Pass and Xbox? Um, you know, did it would it have excited the masses? Yeah. Um, I think like you, loads and loads of games. Yeah, loads and loads of games. What you can say about it, it aptly demonstrates the value proposition of Game Pass. No doubt about that. Yeah, nothing more to be said about that. Yeah.
Yep.
Um, if you want to play a new game every month, or maybe two new games every month, yeah,
Mm.
get Game Pass. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really it. Um, from the perspective of, let's say, showing off games that wow, would it be AAA? And there were a lot of good indie games. Yeah, there were some solid third-party ones, but the games with an absolute wow factor, I didn't get any of that. The game that should have given me the wow factor, and to Starfield didn't impress me at all.
Mm.
Partly because the feed was horrible that we were watching at the time. Yeah, but it did impress me, and it didn't show me anything over and above, let's say, game mechanics that I'm seeing in kind of No Man's Sky. Yeah, but to be fair, a lot of the Bethesda games, like kind of let's say Fallout, for instance, have a very similar sort of, let's say, trailer. Yeah.
Exactly.
So in one way, I don't know why I was surprised. I just kind of expected more.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Like bad frame rate, bit
Yeah.
of wooden acting.
Yeah. I didn't really like the art style and the
I
look of the thing, I have to admit.
Yeah, same.
The other thing is, I guess I would have liked to have some more what I'd call maybe not pure gaming news or gaming kind of gameplay, but just a bit more about, what Xbox are up to.
Like Gears of War,
Yeah, something like that.
Indiana Jones, some avowed
Yeah.
gameplay. Yeah.
Yeah, what are your plans, sort of thing?
Mm.
Yeah, what are your plans? Are you looking to, yeah, do the whole Indiana Jones thing? What's going on with Fable? Are you even looking to buy any else? And I know for that would probably not have flown because they're still in the middle of this whole Activision thing. Um, but there was nothing there, if you
Mm.
know what I mean. It was
Mm.
all gameplay, and I think for something like a state of play, by all means, that's what it's there for. But for something you kind of have as a showcase in the middle of E3 season, I kind of wanted a little bit more. And Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond, they were both there, but we didn't get a lot, if
Mm.
you know what I mean, from that perspective.
I agree.
Yeah. So that was that rating. Now the 6.5 out of 10 personally, I kind of had to think to myself long and hard, why the hell am I not excited by this? Yeah,
Mm.
the game after game after game after game that we saw in the showcase. And you're getting the majority of that with Game Pass. Yeah, and as you said, it was because some of the tidbits of information were missing, like Indiana Jones and Avowed wasn't there, that sort of thing.
Mm.
But then equally, I wasn't getting that industry,
Leading
what we're
games.
gonna do
Yeah, that's, yeah.
going forward.
We're time poor as well, so we just want AAA.
Yeah, correct. That's the other thing. I mean, but it's in it, that leads on to my thinking was, well, why am I not excited by this service? It's simple. I don't consume games that way any longer.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
And if I was time rich, right, forget about it. I'd be all over it. But I'm not time rich anymore. And I make the analogy of some of the video services I've had, like Netflix, Sky, Amazon. You know, I've gone months without watching anything
Yeah, same. Yeah.
on those things. And I just don't consume games the same way. So, and the other thing is, like, I've got 300 games, say, tied to my PSN account. I've got hundreds of games physical copy. I've got loads of games on Steam and now Epic, and I don't seem to play any of them anyway. And I kind of pick, what I'm going to tackle next, if you
Yeah.
like. Yeah, but it's
Moments of gameplay versus just completing the
yeah,
game. Yeah.
exactly. So I think the whole volume doesn't really do much for me anymore. And I think so that's my that's the personal rating, the rationale behind it. I had to think long and hard about that because at one point I was really confused. Why am I not more excited
Sure.
by this,
And
even if Starfield isn't what we'd like it to be?
And just riffing off that, my rating also dropped just to Starfield as for me was disappointment. And when I heard some of the YouTubers I trust talk about it as well, for example, it's got what was it, 1,000 planets or something. It's going to be procedurally generated and mostly empty, versus choosing, let's say, 8 planets and handcrafting them. The mechanics of the gunplay show that it's clearly running on an existing game engine versus a new game engine. So there's going to be limits to how far they can push it in terms of next gen. It looks like just a current gen No Man's Sky ripoff, and they actually made the trailer even look like that, in terms of the angles they shot and the laser shooting the rock and stuff like that. So they clearly were going after that. So that's been written off for me, and that's not. I'm not excited.
Most ridiculous thing I ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not.
I too. Yeah.
I'm not excited by that. The other thing I was excited by was Motorsport, sorry, and the graphics looked amazing.
Yeah,
but
that definitely has legs.
However, when I listened to a YouTuber who specifically only plays racing games, and he was talking about it looked good, but Microsoft focused too much on the graphics, i.e. they were showing the trees and the foliage and the rivers. Why are they not showing, we've enhanced the game engine, here are the mechanics, and therefore zooming on the tyres are degrading, or whatever the actual physics engine is improving. They showed some car damage, but he was explaining that this car has just crashed into another car, hit the barrier. It looks like surface level basic damage physics versus actually something that's realistic and groundbreaking. So anyway, net, he said we don't know if it's going to be a good game or not. But it was like a typical Microsoft trailer. Here's how pretty the game looks, not focus on here's how we're evolving the gameplay, which is where Sony are much better at either selling a narrative or showing how the gameplay is improving and getting you really invested. Whereas Microsoft typically been, let's showcase their good graphics and trying to razzmatazz people.
Well, they're still doing what people were doing during the PS3, Xbox 360 generation.
Exactly.
Effectively.
Yeah.
And I agree. I mean, though I do got to say, I mean, I found Forza Motorsport so impressive looking that I actually had to go and start watching some of the Gran Turismo videos to see if there was a discernible difference. And generally speaking, there felt like there was, but again, part of me thinks is that the way because of the way the video itself and was constructed for the showcase, or is that what you're actually going to see during gameplay? Because obviously you're driving 100 miles per hour down a road.
Yeah.
Are you going to get time to see all these details necessarily? Yeah.
Exactly.
You're right about the gameplay though, because the state of play I think they did for Gran Turismo, they focused a lot on gameplay. Yeah. Half of it was just them tinkering. There was obviously a lot of driving, but it was just like in the cockpit. I mean, it wasn't the most seriously impressive to look at, right? But they did focus a lot on that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
so
example,
that's a good observation.
they were showing the same bit of track, how the rain was collecting differently based on time of
Yeah,
day,
that's right.
and how the car physics were changing off the back of that.
Yeah.
You know, that's a mix of graphics versus actually showing how the gameplay changes.
There was a genuine a lot of emphasis on simulation.
Exactly.
And not just the fidelity of the thing, but really, I mean, they were even talking about the way they were calculating the night-day cycles with the stars and whatnot. It sounded hugely complex, but I mean, why you would do it, I don't know. But
It's
you know,
fanfare.
they were doing it.
The thing with that game, as you know, it's another topic, right? They're ruining it with microtransactions.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
after getting a slap on Metacritic, they're still bringing it back in.
yeah. I think it's just a long-term strategy, if you ask me. Yeah. I can't, you know, I just don't see Sony kind of deviating from that route because I think and maybe that's a conversation for another topic, but it was in their financial, I think, report recently that the amount of investment they're going to put into live service is actually quite a number. It's quite a number. So I think that's a conversation for another day. Um, but Jay, anything else to say about the?
No, I think our scores are, you know, probably fair. I think it will look very different if they have another event in a month's time that shows. Let's look 2-3 years out. Here's new projects that we've got in the pipeline that we've initiated, whether it be a logo or a cinematic trailer, and here is some gameplay of some stuff that we've just shown you a logo or a trailer in the last 2 years to show you how it's progressing across all of their studio set. I think that sort of show it'll bump the score up of this one, I think, for me.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I think with that said, it's time to move on from this showcase. So, see you later, as they say.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you for listening, and please like, subscribe and support our channel. Whatever you're doing, have a stellar day.